Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. You joined me in the middle of a dungeon actually, at the very beginning really. We've only had one fight so far and found a curio. That's all we've done. I'm starting the episode here because I started it at the beginning where I usually would, but recording software messed up and decided to mute my microphone for the first 10 minutes. So here we go. Anyway, we're starting off here. It is in the Cove. It is a short mission. We have Nikita as a tank, we have Vorvil, we have Berengar, and we have Keoch as our party. And the main loot for this quest is a trinket which will serve Berengar really well. It will increase his damage for ranged abilities. Anyway, we just finished the first corridor fight. We've got some holy water, some medicinal herbs, a stun stone, common, plus 10% stun skill chance and -2 dodge, and a bit of gold there. So we did bring some stuff in with us to the dungeon here, and I did bring some medicinal herbs. We tried them on a curio at the back and they did work. So I'm going to swap back to the default party order. You can see we didn't really take much damage in that last fight at all. It's just a shame that I didn't get that on camera because it was quite good actually. So a stress needs managing. I found that if you press T for torch, then that will increase your light. So heading into this next corridor, still no scouting unfortunately. We'll go back into the room we just came out of. Nope. Trapped straight away. I didn't see that trap on the floor, so I don't think if you
waiting to be
don't get them scouted, I really don't think you can actually see them. So heading into this next room, hoping there'll actually be a fight here, but there isn't. So we'll carry on. Oh yes, this is the map. It's 90% of rooms, so I'm going to go into this room here, which means we can miss out of this room here. And so that is my plan. So we've got another torch there. We'll grab that torch. We've done very well with stress management for now. We've got a stress dealer here though, so we want to try and get him down as quickly as possible. As I've said before, I don't really mind about taking actual damage because we can always cure or heal damage, whereas the stress I am much, at the moment at least, is much more difficult to heal, so I want to kill them off quicker. Especially if we keep resisting all the bleeds, which is good. Break through here should kill the back one off.
Give them no quarter.
Deals a decent amount of damage as well to the first two. This probably will bleed. Oh no, excellent. And we will do. What should we do here? I swapped out one of Berengar's abilities for Demon Pull, which means he's even more important in the third place there. We'll just do a slash sacrificial stab on that one. And we will do a party heal here. Decent amount of healing. Rend for the old gods. Crits isn't good. Deals decent amount of stress actually, that. So I want to take out the back one. And now you can take out the front one. There we go. So we've got 4 deeds, which is
at least
brilliant. That's pretty much exactly what we want. Out of this run, we're looking mainly for deeds, but crests as well. Crests and deeds are the most important at the moment. In town, I increased my penance haul by 1. So I can actually have more than one person flagellating at any one time. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, I increased something in the trinket thing to give me more choice of trinkets that I can buy. Probably not going to be buying trinkets for a while though, because they are very expensive. We've got a fight coming up in this corridor. About now. They are surprised, which is good. Because it means I can pull this one hopefully down to the front. I can then make him bleed or just kill him outright. I can try and stun you, because you do a decent amount of damage with some of your attacks. And I will do a big hit on you. So that wipes the stun off, but it means we still get to attack him all round. So I'm going to do a big heal on you, because you need a bit more than a party heal. And you're going to take a sacrificial stab. You get to do a slash. You get to do a seaward slash. And then we will just kill you off like that. So the crests are good.
Be wary.
And another bandage.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
However, at the moment we don't really need bandages. We haven't actually bled at all yet. So now we can head up the central corridor and ignore the room on the left. So you must know what's within that. And a trap. And just before we go into this room, we will go to here and light the torch. Could do T.
The way is lit. The path
Can't
is
light it
clear.
completely.
We
We have
require
4 torches
only the
left, and
strength
we'll
to
head in
follow
here.
it.
Maybe for a fight. No. Wow. Not got many room combats in here. There's another trap.
Mind that such missteps are the exception.
And you're going to take
not
this one
the
as well.
rule.
Got some
If
heirlooms,
only
some more
treasure
busts.
could staunch the flow
Don't
of
have enough. Okay,
otherworldly
so
corruption.
let's use. Let's give some of these a buff. So you can have a buff. You can have a buff. And you can have a buff. Still no fights. Wow. Okay, so we do have a fight in this room. And in the corridor as well. So this is the same fight as before. These will stun. And these ones don't really do much. They do a debuff. But it's not a very powerful debuff at all. We'll do Grape Shot Blast here. They are actually quite resilient to damage though, which is a shame. They've got 75% protection. So I'm going to try and pull one of these down to the front. I'm going to do a breakthrough here. Should kill that one, if it didn't dodge. Luckily these don't actually have much health. This is the debuff, minus 20 dodge and minus 3 speed. I mean, it's okay. But at least it's not a percentage based one. Let's try and get you down to the front as well. Oh, never mind. Grape Shot Blast here. Does a decent amount of damage on the front one. Unfortunately it doesn't kill him. Thank you for the stun resist, that was nice. And a Salty Gouge, which sounds disgusting. Resists the bleed. So we're actually going to do a party heal here.
Compassion is a rarity
Decent amount of
in
healing
the
from
fevered
that.
pitch of battle.
Top everybody up. And a breakthrough here should kill at least one of them. Or 2 of them. Good. And a bit of stress heal as well. Here, again, I'm going to try and bring you down to the front, and it clears out this corpse as well. Wicked Slice on the one at the back should kill it off. And you're going to stun Berengar. So now I want to do another party heal, so we can go into the next fight healed up, and we'll do a Wicked Hack, which dodges, wow. Stun wears off, and again, another party heal. Let's really top ourselves up. Salty Gouge, please don't bleed him. He does get bled. So we're going to have to wait till your turn. You're going to take a point of bleeding and then we can put a bandage on you.
Another one falls.
So we don't have enough
Remind
space
yourself
for
that
this.
overconfidence
If we do
is a slow
that
and
to get rid of
insidious killer.
the bleed, I think I'm happy dropping an anti-venom for that. It's worth more. Take the unburnt
Finding the
torch.
stuff
Ooh,
is
and some
only the
crest.
first test. Now it must be carried home.
Okay, so we will increase the light. Head in for room battle. This is quite a nasty battle actually. Stress wave on the most stressed character. Always a bad thing. I want to try and bring you right down to the front. Good. I will do a dazzling light on you as well. And then a grape shot blast might actually kill you off, which it does. So that one's being guarded. This is a bleed, which dodges. Wicked hack on this guy. That could have done more damage. It's a shame. I will do a demon pull on you, try and bring you down to the front. Or on you, that'll do. Although I did want to bring this one down to the front to stop him doing his ranged abilities. The grape shot blast here will get past the dodge, get past the guard and deal him a lot of damage. The stun here, no. I'm going to do a full heal on Berengar. So bleed if it connects, bleed resist. And again. And a miss. So a wicked hack here again on this one. I'm going to do this one because it goes through, excuse me, because it's an AoE, even though it's only hitting one person, it'll go through the guard. Oh, it won't go through the guard. Well, it does on... it's only if you're not targeting him and he's the kind of the indirect target of the AoE. I get you. So a party heal here, more than one person needs healing. Grape shot blast. He's nearly dead. So now he's guarded. And a breakthrough here should be. Now if they guard each other, what happens? Let's not find out. I was hoping that would have killed him off. Hopefully the wicked hack here will. I'm bleeding though, so I'll get rid of that. I minus 20% damage. Damage and minus 35 dodge, so definitely going to be hit. Very slow and dealing less damage, but should be dealing enough to kill him. Glad she resisted that bleed, and this didn't quite kill. This one will. So we don't have enough space to take the crests, however I really do want crests. So I'm happy to get rid of the medicinal herbs, unless she can use them to get rid of the debuff. There we go. And I want... I think you. No. So you can open it. because it is a statue of worship, therefore it's something pious. Maybe not. So you get minus 25% damage and minus 10 accuracy until camp. We're not going to be camping, we're nearly at the end of here, so I don't care. Got another torch here, we can torch up as much as we want at the end of this corridor. Get rid of all the torches. They're only worth like 5 each at the end of the mission, so I don't mind about getting rid of them. Although there's all of our food gone. That's only useful if you've got medicinal herbs. That's one of the ones we used at the beginning of this episode, which didn't record properly. I used medicinal herbs on them and you get actually a fair amount of stuff. We got 1,000 gold and some blood and some crests and I think a jade or something like that. Anyway, we will
The match is struck.
Use as many torches as
blazing
we can
star is born.
and head straight in. Continue adventuring for a minute. There's nothing actually in this room at all. So this is, I think, the first dungeon we've been through where we haven't used a skeleton key or a shovel. So, just shows you that it is actually worth taking them, because 1 out of 11 episodes, so 11 dungeons. This is episode 12, so yeah, 1 out of 12, but we haven't used them. Anyway, we'll head back to town now, unless there's anything else we want to do here, which there isn't. I don't want to go back for that other fight. There's 2 more fights we could have done, but it meant backtracking quite a long way, which I didn't really want to do. Anyway, so we have about 6,000 gold. That's paid for everything it needs to pay for. This is the Eldritch Killing Incense, plus 4 crit and plus 20 damage versus Eldritch for the occultist. So that'll turn our occultist into a really nice weapon against things like the I think it's the those what was it? I don't know what they're called. The big things we fought that guard the other things. I think they're classed as Eldritch. Kind of strange, outerworldly creatures. Lovecraftian. Anyway, we've got 16 crests out of that. We've got 4 more deeds, 1 portrait and 2 busts. On top of the 2 busts we got here. So a decent amount of loot. Keogh here has now levelled up to level 2, and we'll have a look at the quirks as well. Warren's Explorer is quite nice. We'll be taking you into the Warrens. Clutch Hitter plus 3% crit if hit points is below 50%. Zoophobia minus or plus 20% stress versus beasts. So you're not going to be too good in the Weald because of the dogs in there. Zoophobia, again, same one. So you're not going to be very good in the Weald either. And Warren's Tactician. So we have 2 decent Warren's characters here. Where was this one? Was this one the Warrens? No, this was Cove.
A fresh irritant, the sum. A sanguine memory.
So let's have a look what the Warrens is. Warrens is here. We only have a level 3 mission event for that, so don't really care about that for now. Anyway, at the beginning of this episode, I was going through a couple of things in town here that I'll just walk you through quickly now before we end the video. Odessa is level 3 and she has just come out of the sanitarium. We've got rid of her weak grip on life. However, she's not going to be able to go into anything until we level up a few new people to level 3. Our A team is getting there. We have 2 tanks actually in the A team at the moment. We have Reboot and Nikita. Reboot is nearly rank 3, so he actually might end up being our A-team tank. And then Nikita will be the B-team tank, bringing everybody else back up. Karen's back in the running now. He had a bad couple of weeks, but he's back in the running. We are going to need to send Keogh into care. Is there anything you can't do in town? Believes she is possessed by demons. That's a bad one. Fragile. That's a bad one. Abulusomania. Sickly. and torn rotator. She takes extra stress when she gets blighted or bled with that. And she's got really bad... Oh no, I suppose it's just from a trinket. That's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at your stuff. Anyway, let's put you in for some healing. There we go. So we're actually going to need a new healer. Let's have a look at the stagecoach, see who's there. We do have another vessel, or we could actually use, what's his name? Berengar as a healer. Which I'm actually tempted to do if we take in some bandages with us. Anyway, we'll have a look at that at the beginning of next episode and hopefully sort out a decent party to take through another dungeon. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel. I know it's only been a short episode today, but there was a load of stuff at the beginning that went wrong. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.